Hey everybody, it's Smashing Game Time. We're three brothers that go through gaming's back catalog of yesteryear. I'm your host, Nick, and I'm ready to go. Right below me is Josh.
Yeah, we're sorry we seem a little tired here. Someone took forever to join us for this recording. So
Improv, don't wait, baby. It's show business. Jake is to my left. Jake, how are you doing on this lovely midnight?
No. Okay, guys, the reason why Nick had the show done and then he was busy meat riding after that.
No, I was getting compliments for how awesome I was. You don't pass up, you don't, like dogs don't pass up a pat on the nose. I'm not going to pass up a pat on the nose. I'm sorry, gentlemen. That's me, baby. That's me.
You could just said meat riding.
yeah,
Meat
pretty
riding.
much.
I'm not going to pass up meat riding, okay?
There we go. That's much better.
As always, we are a Trident Network podcast. Go check out our siblings. Thank you to them for having us in the family. Find us wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever. Go rate and review us, write nice words, give 5 stars, do all that stuff. We're doing 2018 Q2 today. We've got some fun games and accessories to go through. Spoiler alert. And then, we're going to do the news. We're going to do the memes. And then Josh has made 2 separate quizzes for me and Jake to do with a punishment at the end, but we'll get more into that later. Gentlemen, before we get to our regular business, what's everybody been up to? Josh, we'll start with you this week.
Honestly, it's been a really busy week. So I didn't have too much to my list, but typical Genshin Impact, yes, go and get those jokes and make fun of me right now.
Don't they have a cat? They have a cat boy now. Isn't it like a cat girl is like the big thing that everybody wants?
Yes. But I don't.
It's funny that you're mentioning this game. I read up a little bit on it, and I read that it has a pity system. Like the game pities you for throwing in enough money, and that like helps your chance on rolling for a better character.
Oh, see, I'm just cheap as fuck. I'm literally saving up all of my in-game currency to basically be able to try my luck on all the characters. We'll see how that goes. I'll let you guys know. Well, maybe I'll do like a live stream, kind of like how they do like the CS:GO when you open up the packs or the crates. I'll do something like that.
Josh is gonna come back next week, and he's gonna be like, "Nick, you were right. I spent $200, and the game was like, you
No.
poor fuck."
No. Do you know how cheap I've been with this game?
How cheap?
I've been so cheap, I started to do surveys on the side to make like 30 cents of survey to pay for the $5 thing where it gives you 300 or 990 of the in-game currency a day.
Do you know how much time you're wasting on those surveys? Just play the game.
Do you know how much money I'm saving in the long run?
Oh boy.
$5.
Yeah, $5. Hey, you won.
Hey.
You showed them.
Hey. That's all I'm going to say. Moving on. I haven't picked it up since early this week, but I need to go back to RE4 Remake. I'm unprofessional. It's not going as well as I thought it would.
Are you in the castle?
I have not even gotten into the nighttime. I have not fought the fish yet.
Okay, so you're still pretty early.
Yeah, I'm still very early. It's just been a very crazy week. And then I've been switching between Final Fantasy 1 and 2, Dawn of Souls, and Final Fantasy 9. This week I picked up a little more of Final Fantasy 9, but just because it's different. I've never actually played it before, so.
9's the one with, isn't Kafka? Kafka's like a big piece of that, isn't it?
No, that's 6.
That's
5, 6, 6, 6, 6.
The numbers are they're all over the place, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 6.
9, so 8 is Squall, 9 is... I'm completely blanking on 9 right now.
9's the one with the little guy with the tail, and it's got the princess with the festival going on type deal.
You're thinking of Mario.
No.
the tail. Yeah, that's a power up.
If you saw Princess, what's it, Garmin, I think, or Garin, you would recognize her. You'd be like, oh shit, yeah, that makes more sense.
Doesn't it kind of have the vibe of the world from 12 and Tactics? Like kind of that vibe?
Oh yeah, I think it's set in Ivalice, so it would be Tactics.
Okay. I forgot what the name
I mean,
of the world was.
12's in Iris too.
That's why I just said and 12, yeah.
Yeah.
So you
would
hopped into
know.
that? You got a few hours in it?
About 2 hours.
Okay. Tutorial.
Pretty much, yeah.
Busy week at the office for Josh, I bet.
Oh, honestly, so busy Thursday. I literally made dinner, passed out, went to passed out in the recliner, woke up, went to bed. I thought Andy was going to be a true homie and put the dinner up. She didn't even do that. So all the dinner from last night, the remainder, stayed out
It was in the
overnight.
food danger zone.
Yeah, and she's like, "Man, that's wasteful." And I'm like, "Bitch, I was asleep.
Oh, wow.
You could have done this."
Not cutting it from the podcast. Not
the one
cutting.
time
Hope she
that
doesn't
she
listen.
watches, the one time she listens.
Oh, she knows because I called her out on it. She's like, "Well, that was just so wasteful." I'm like, "Okay, I make dinner every night. The one time I pass out after dinner, you couldn't just be like, oh, baby, I'll take care of it." She's, I was tired too. I'm sorry. Did you come home, make dinner, clean up the house a little bit? No?
The one time Andy's never listened to the podcast, she's gonna be like, I wonder what those boys are up to. I'm gonna listen to 2018 Q2. And she's gonna like fast forward to get through the intro stuff, and she's gonna get right to that fucking bitch.
And that's the last time we heard from Josh.
Josh, hey, goodbye,
Canceled.
Josh. This is Josh's last episode, in case you were wondering.
Been an honor, boys.
All right, Josh, thanks for the update. Jake, I'll go next. You can get your brain ready for everything you're going to talk about. I booted up Nobody Saves the World, so this is from Drinkbox, the same team that did Guacamelee 1 and 2. Really fun game. Came out January 2022. This one it's top down. It's kind of like Zelda. You have all these different forms that you take. You're a rat, so kind of like Jake. You're a muscle man. You're a wizard. You're a snake. You're all these different things. They have all these different abilities, and you can start to mix and match them between the different forms. They all have their different buffs and nerfs. I played like the first hour of it. Really fun. So this is one I had on Game Pass. It got taken off of Game Pass, so I bought it on Steam when it was on sale. And so I had to start over, which sucks because I was pretty sure I was level 50. I just didn't want to buy it on Xbox. I've bought a few games on Xbox, and I was like, I'm going to buy this on Steam because I want the Steam achievements. So I'm playing that. That's been fun. I jumped into a little more of 9 Years of Shadows. I haven't gotten to another boss fight. I'm taking it slow on that one. Same with Dredge. Josh, just like you, it's been a busy week. I'm not going to call my wife a bitch in the process, though.
It was one time.
I have worked on some writing. So I'm working on a new pilot called Blood Ball. It's basically football with guns. And this has been a fun pilot. Finally got the first act down. Still not padding, but still getting my characters down, working on that. That's been fun. Went back to a little bit of Death of Blockbuster, polishing that one up like a nice little polished stone that it is. It's pretty polished, but after you wrote something and then you go back a few months later and you're like, oh, I am much better than I was a few months back. Like when you do stuff like that.
I mean, I don't know about things I wrote, but things I've written, I can tell you about that.
Oh, when I look back at game reviews from September, I'm like, oh my God, I wrote that? No. It's what I hate about reviews, that they're forever. But when it's a script that you're working on, that's a sample for your writing career, those are living, breathing documents. So I love being able to update those and show that I'm a better writer overall. Another thing I've been up to, not on the game side, but I saw that Jackie Chan Adventures, the animated cartoon show from the WB, is on Amazon, all 5 seasons. Fun fact, I looked up to see if you can buy these on DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. You cannot. I think you can get season 2, which was the longest season with 36 episodes. Everything else, like, it's pretty messy. Like, season 1 you can only get in certain regions, not in America. Very sad.
Ironically, there's a couple of shows like that on the WB, like that Mega Man network transmission. So
that one.
That you can't get anywhere. Like they actually had to do like a stream of the whole series
or
on Twitch recently.
Static Shock.
Static Shock you can't get either. Yeah.
Can you get
There's a bunch of shows like that.
Can you get Zowlin Showdown?
I don't know. I don't think you can. I think it was on Netflix for the longest time.
I think that's on the same boat too.
Because those, I feel like when I'm done with Jackie Chan Adventures, I'm gonna want some Zowlin Showdown with some Mantis Flip Coin.
And then Netflix had that sequel to Shaolin Showdown, which was awful.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even gonna.
I got like half of the first episode in, and I said no.
As soon as the voice actors is a big deal breaker, and it had none of the original voice actors, and then they had some weird smaller version of Omi. and it was the dumbest thing ever.
Did they do that thing where like the voice actors aren't the original ones, but they brought in like A-list talent, and they're like, "Oh, hey, we got Jack Black. Hey, we got this other famous guy who's not really a voice actor, just an actor."
We just got Chris Pratt for all of the for all of them.
Yeah.
It's just him doing different.
Chris Pratt is Jackie Chan. So I'm watching Jackie Chan Adventures. I'm on the second season. What I really like about it, so first season was all the talisman stuff. They did 13 episodes, got it done. Season 2, they have season 2, if you don't remember, is the demon season where Shendu is going and getting all of his siblings out of the demon realm. But they break up the season with like random things that happen. So there's an episode where Jackie takes on the origami man who's stealing art in France. And it was one of those episodes where like it was out of my brain, and then as soon as it flipped on, I remembered the whole thing. Kind of scared me. Why do I remember this origami man with this human head? But that's been fun. In fact, when we're done recording, I'm probably gonna go watch more of that because that's my fall asleep show right now. I'm gonna get back into Dredge. I want to stream Dredge in black and white. I think I'm gonna do that. I think that'd be cool. Maybe put on some Lovecraftian music in the background and just go fishing. But that's where I've been. Jake, what are you doing?
So I got back from San Diego Monday for a tournament, Dreamhack. It was fun. Fun experience seeing everyone that I play against competitively online. And some new faces. Got some pictures taken, all that stuff. I actually met with one of the reporters on the Score Esports, Elizabeth, because I didn't know that she was going to be there, and that was cool saying hi to her. There's a lot of like unique stuff going on there. Like I did not know Brawl Stars and Clash of Clans had a big tournament going on there, a major, which was insane. A great setup. I got a free jersey out of it. They're just giving away jerseys that are like $100 jerseys with your custom name on it. So I got one of those. Pretty cool. Rocket League was there for their winter major. That was fun to watch. The trophy was pretty sick. I got a picture of that as well. Free arcades, just a bunch of free stuff. It was a good experience. First time in Cali. Expensive, but yeah, it was a fun time. Good weather. There were some issues in the convention, but what convention doesn't have issues?
That's every major event. Yeah, there's gonna be something.
So in the tournament, I got 49th in ones and then 33rd in twos. And 49th, I got $50.
49th out of how many? Just so we can give people a scope here.
I think there was close to 200 in
Nice.
ones.
Congrats, dude.
So I got $50 there. If we would have won one more set in twos, we would have won money in twos too. But it was competitive because there was like people from all over the world. I think in twos they had a team from Europe win.
What place in singles would you have had to take in to pay for the whole trip?
Probably 9th, I think, or 8th. I don't remember what those numbers were.
But top 40 spots and basically the trip, you break even.
Something like that, yeah.
That'd be dope. That'd be like, I'd be the kind of idiot that breaks even, and I'm like, oh, here's a casino. I'm gonna put all this on black. Let's double this shit.
And then just
It's red.
So we had that, which highly motivated me to play some more. Because there were moments where, like, because the last tournament Springs online, I was like, dude, fuck this game. We just had an awful run in twos. Ones, I had a pretty good run, but in twos, I was like, dude, I don't want to play this game anymore. But, when you have a good day, you'll have bad ones as well. We played a little bit Apex, just working on a little battle pass, playing team deathmatch, playing the casual stuff. It's kind of fun. They're gun games still, just entertaining. TFT. They had a TFT major, or not major. They just had like open tournaments there too. I was like, damn it. They only had it for BYOC, bring your own computer, people. But I wasn't going to haul a computer to Dreamhack in San Diego. A lot. Yeah.
Did you see any, so I know like Giant Bomb and some other podcasts were there doing shows. Did you see any kind of shows like that while you were there, or were you just...
Not really, or I wasn't really paying attention. There was just a lot going on. They had this thing called King of the Hill, where you had to be, and the setup for it was pretty cool. They had different games going on. They had Smash, Rocket League Sideswipe, so the mobile one,
Mm.
Street Fighter, CS:GO. But basically, they had a timer, and I think it was like in 4-hour increments. That if you're the last one on top of the pyramid, you got $1,000. And they did this several times all weekend, so it's pretty cool to watch. Because if you won, you stayed there, and there's just a line of people waiting to get up there. So that was entertaining. Monster was there. Monster was just handing out Monster drinks left and right for free. I used to go over there. Like, oh, I want this one.
Did
Give
they
it to
hit?
you.
Did they threaten to sue you for calling your wiener your monster cock?
Yes.
They're like, you need to stop saying that, son.
Trademark.
They were watching for all the Pokemon players. Don't you fucking come in here.
Sir, you're just gonna have to call it your cock now.
And a lot of cool cosplay. There was a Spartan Master Chief guy there that was pretty cool. Had a lot of cool Brawl Stars cosplay there, which blew my mind how creative some people were. A lot of companies like MSI was there. They had booths for the Rocket League teams, so you can like meet and greet some of the Rocket League pro players, which was kind of cool. But yeah, I think that's about it for San Diego. I played a little bit of Rust lately. It's been fun. They had updates with the map, just like simple add-ons. It's pretty cool. Like you can mark like, oh hey, if there's a this is a base you want to watch out, we can put that on the map now. Like different keys. It's kind of cool. And I also, after watching the Brawl Stars thing at Dreamhack, I've been playing a little bit more Brawl Stars.
Which one's Brawl Stars again? I get them all mixed up.
So it's a Supercell game, but it's kind of like your like battle arena games with a bunch of modes.
Is that the one where you're behind? You're
No,
Base-
no, it's above.
okay.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's all I got written down anyway. Yep.
All right.
That's about it.
All right, Jake. Thanks for the update on DreamHack, and hey, thank you for the report out from the field. A service, a great service.
What was cool too, I forgot about this, is that they were giving a promo code for 50% off DreamHack Dallas, which is the next DreamHack in June. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And they give you like a timeline. Oh, you got to use this before this time.
You guys are still going to Combo Breaker, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to make it work, but Jake and Josh will be. Wait, what
What day is that?
Josh, do you know what day it is, Josh?
Off the top of my head, I can pull it up. Real
Is it?
quick, though,
I feel like it's Memorial Day week, and I feel like they do that.
I gotta see because I know Jackie's gonna be out of town.
I think it's the 9th. No, so the 19th is a wedding I'm in, so it's the 26th.
What day is that? That's a Saturday, right?
The 26th is a Friday, 27th Saturday, 28th is Sunday.
I feel like that's Memorial Day. I could be wrong though. Memorial Day weekend. But yeah, stay tuned for that, Jake. We should have had you recording everything. We should have just attached a GoPro to you and just had you record the whole trip. We fucked up. We'll get them next time. But we're glad you had fun out there, guys. These 2018 games aren't going to get to themselves. What do you say we get to them?
Yeah.
Let's do it,
Q2.
boy.
All right, starting out April 420. April 20th, God of War 2018 came out. Hence all the boys you're hearing. The boys saying boys. I haven't played this. Does it play like a Souls, or does it play like one of those newer Assassin's Creed games?
So probably more towards the newer Assassin's Creed games, in my opinion. But even then, I think this is a huge elevator ride up to the 100th floor above all those shitty games.
They're making the God of War show they're doing is based off of this version of God of War, right?
I believe that is correct. Yes,
It's
they are
not
skipping
gonna, it's not going to be Kratos banging twins.
twin goddesses while he
I think
rips
that's on-
off Zeus's head and strokes his cock.
So
I think that's on the hub, man.
So here's the first episode. He's just banging these twins on this boat for like 30 minutes, and then he's like, Aries, get it on the whiteboard. Get it on the whiteboard. God damn it. This game. So for those who don't know, God of War, third person hack and slash. This one's a little more slow paced than the old God of War of old. This is Norse mythology.
So well, this is also strictly like third person behind the back, where everyone was so used to being like, I don't know what you would actually call it, but having various different camera angles, but it being third person. I guess I don't know how you would else describe it.
So
what I want to know. Go ahead, Jake.
I would say this one is kind of like where the camera's at. It's almost like Gears of War, maybe Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, the Gears RE4 cam. What I want to know, and I don't think it's just this game, I think in general, there was a turning point where Greek, like for a while, the most popular like mythology was Greek mythology. And then at some point, Norse mythology took over and kind of just bumped Greek mythology from that top spot. I don't think it was this game alone. I want to guess that maybe Thor and Marvel had something to do with that. I know people are going to be like, "You fucking idiot!"
Well, you got to think so. So you got to think. We had for gaming, we had God of War going through all of the mythology, and then you also had those movies. Can't think of the damn name of them.
Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, Clash of the Titans. Yeah, you had those going on too.
Those were Greek.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, so it's like you're eventually starting to pull that way. Like, it started to gain its.
Well, I mean, how I see it is like there's two ways. One, the Greek mythology is kind of overdone. It's in there, it's been told different times, different levels, whatever. Two, why would they make a remake when they can just go through the other mythologies?
Is Hades I guess Hades 2 is still Greek, but yeah, I've seen, I don't know, I feel like there's more Norse everywhere, and I wonder when the other shoe is gonna drop, and the new mythology everyone's chasing after is Egyptian, or I couldn't even name another pop. Everyone just all of a sudden wants to do Gilgamesh for some reason. Everything's just Gilgamesh.
Well, let's face it, every single one who's tried to do Egyptian has failed. The closest thing to being a somewhat loosely successful was The Mummy and The Mummy Returns. And then beyond that, like the only other like really big ones that I can even really think of are Christianity.
What? No, what was? They won't do. I don't think they would do Christianity. That would just.
No, I don't think they would. But you'd also have like Native American, Indian. I don't know what they're actually off the top of my head, but
I could feel maybe a native, maybe indigenous gods. Just watching Prey. Did you guys watch Prey on Hulu?
No, but I've heard great things about it.
So good, and it's like, you know what? Like
I did watch that.
If they did something like that, I think that'd be pretty cool. Because I mean, I think when people think of those traditions and those stories, the only thing that comes to my mind is like Thunderbirds, and I know nothing, so it's like I want to know more, like I want to access more, and that's on me. Like I could go do that right now, but to see it represented in games, I think that'd be cool. I'm over Thor and Zeus and all those motherfuckers. Give us the other gods, damn it. Anything else, God of War boys?
One of the probably is the only one off the top of my head that I can think of, but one of the only games that there's no, like, you have the cutscenes that blend in so well with the actual gameplay that there is no like stopping points. Like it's one continuous thing.
Hey, and the PC port didn't run like ass. Last of Us, Horizon.
Oof.
I can keep going, but I won't. Also out on 420 back in 2018, Nintendo Labo robot kit.
And the variety kit.
Yeah, there are a bunch of these kits. These were the plastic add-ons for the Nintendo Switch.
No, these are cardboard.
These are cardboard. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Cardboard. I remember there were also cardboard like VR headsets at this point that like Samsung and other companies are doing. These people look stupid. If you're watching video, this woman is wearing cardboard goggles, a cardboard book bag. Where's the Switch?
I tried to find a video that that it not only incorporated the game itself, but incorporated the shitty car. Like, first off, who at Nintendo goes, guys, do you think people would buy cardboard games?
It was an intern that no longer works on Nintendo. He's buried behind Nintendo's offices within an unmarked grave.
Oh no, he's hung from the rafters, my dude.
They keep him up there to be like, hey,
he's memorialized.
Like someone's carrying a cardboard box in just to like bring stuff into the office, and like they have a rule now, no cardboard allowed, and they point up to him like, remember?
He's right next to the guy who came up with the idea with the Wii U.
So like, hey, do you want to end up by the cardboard Wii U guy? Don't fuck around.
The concept was a good idea at first, but then like it's just the material. It's
cardboard.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just awful.
This robot they just built is giving me mad Cubix vibes for those Cubix heads out there. We appreciate you. I don't know. Like I feel like Nintendo and peripherals are kind of like Google when it comes to websites. Like they do it, but then they don't really like support it or see it through. And it just kind of becomes this thing. Like Wii Fit had its day, but Wii Fit just kind of came and went.
True.
My biggest question with this is like I get like the motion you want to like use that motion controller technology that you put so much work into. I get it. Why the fuck would anybody want to wear a cardboard backpack and a little cardboard visor that has no benefit whatsoever?
So the homeless people could feel right at home.
So first of all, I want to say this is only a year into the Switch. So I love that they were getting experimental and not even that far into the Switch. Can we still find these? Can we find a copy of this game?
I bet you right now, if you try to find like an unopened, it's probably super expensive. Just because at this point, it's more of like a Nintendo's dark past they don't want you to remember.
You buy it off eBay for $1,000 and it's just fucking cardboard. It's just fucking cardboard.
I'm looking it up now to see.
Yeah, tell us the price on that. While Josh does that, guys, Tears of the Kingdom, that newest trailer.
Oh, I saw that this morning.
Pretty bananas. Pretty bananas. I don't know. I think I don't think people are gonna like it as much as the previous one.
Okay, so actually not terrible.
How much?
I'm still seeing them. Like, there's one kit. It's a vehicle drive kit for $30. The robot one specifically, $59.99 still.
That's not bad.
The variety kit is probably the most expensive. It's $120.
Oh, that's not bad. Like it's still MSRP.
Yeah, you could like if you wanted to get it. Like apparently, Nintendo. I'm clicking right now to see. It looks like Nintendo's still selling the VR kit on their website. Even
they'll send you the intern's finger who came up with it. Also, one of his fingers.
Listen, you could totally probably find someone on YouTube that made all the cardboard themselves and did a tutorial about it.
You still gotta find the game though.
You don't have to find the game. I'm sure someone's ripped a copy of it and put it on a website somewhere.
I mean, this robot game they're playing right now looks fun. I'll give them that.
It looks buggy. It looks not well done.
That's the most fun.
I just saw that jump and they just dashed like all the way across the map. Like,
They look so fucking foolish. Look at them. Look at them. Fucking
Nate,
idiots.
you could give Nintendo so much grace. They're not gonna wrap their lips around your cock.
I'm saying they look at how foolish these guys look playing this. Wait, there's this. Okay, so wait, hold on. Time out. So they have the what was it? The Joy-Con around their head, but the Joy-Cons are in a cardboard box that are attached to rope that's attached to a book bag that's also made of cardboard, and they're wearing goggles.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I just said. Like the goggles have like. There's no point. There literally is no point.
I mean, I only repeat it just so you guys at home can get how just ridiculous. Was that the only one? Because okay, that was the only one.
Yeah,
that
it was
got
just
on there,
robot. I
but-
couldn't find one for like the variety kits and stuff. But I was
because
like, this
everyone
is
who did the
perfect 'cause it
variety kit is dead.
was- basically, yeah.
And YouTube's like, we have to get rid of this.
Just say
Anything else about Labo?
No, don't
Nintendo Labo.
ever.
You had to go.
cardboard. You might get a paper cut.
You might get a paper cut.
Yeah.
April 24th, Frostpunk came out. Frostpunk is a city builder with a twist. You are in the middle of the frozen apocalypse in UK. This is a very steampunkian game. You're building your village around this giant heater. This is one of... So, fun fact, I bought this the same time I bought Iron Harvest. Said I was going to play them evenly. I got 700 hours in Iron Harvest. I think I have like 50 hours in Frostpunk.
Fun fact, those first 45 hours that Nick's talking about, he made sure child labor laws were non-existent. He made those kids work.
Yes, so this game is a game about making decisions. You put things into law. So there's one decision you can make where you either create an orphanage or you put those kids to work.
And by God, did they work.
And I put them to work every time because, hey, idle hands are there to do drugs, and I don't want drugs in my Frostpunk city. It's a tough game. It's a game about making tough decisions. Resource management's pretty fun. There's some good lore stuff there. People get pissed off at you if you're a bad leader. You can eventually become a bad dictator. There's good exploration. There's some robots that you can get that make gathering some resources easier. The first time I played it, I didn't realize that you could increase resources by building a certain building. So at the end, I don't want to spoil it. I mean, it's 5 years old at this point, but you get to a point where you have to survive a long storm on whatever food you gathered, and the food I gathered ended after a day, and we still had, I want to say it was another week or two before the storm
Jesus
was
Christ.
over. So while
Were you focused on fuel or something?
No, I didn't realize that I could increase the amount of food that I had. Like my hunters were really efficient. The issue was I didn't have anywhere to store the food, but I didn't
Rookie
realize I
mistakes.
needed to build a new building each time I wanted to increase my food.
Rookie mistakes.
But hey, I learned. It's a fun game. Sequel's supposed to be coming out this year. I haven't seen. They put out a trailer. It was either last year or the year before. Looks pretty good. Looks like they're introducing a new oil resource, which wasn't used in this. I like it. There's something about the steampunk aesthetic that just gets me. It doesn't matter what the game is. I'll play a shitty steampunk game just because I really like steampunk. I think that's why BioShock Infinite's probably one of my all-time favorites. And I know 10 years later, like I think apparently it's cool to hate BioShock Infinite, but to those people I say fuck you.
I still have never played it.
Like, yeah, the fact that the game doesn't choose a side on the two sides that are presented throughout is an issue, but doesn't mean you gotta hate the game. Just you can hate parts of something. It has to be exhausting. The people on the internet, every time they play a game, watch a movie, watch a show, this is the best this ever, or this is the worst this ever. Like things can just be okay.
Let's be honest right now. Those people who are doing that are the same people who are like, my God, Skyrim's being re-released for the PS5 and Xbox One X. Good.
I mean, I'll tell you what my least favorite version of that is. This week's Ted Lasso was the best, and I'm just like, guys, it's just okay. Guys, it's just okay. Like you can sing it from the rooftops how amazing Ted Lasso is all you want. Jason Sudeikis is not going to adopt you. He's not going to be your dad.
He might.
Jake's not saying anything because he wants Ted Lasso to be his daddy.
I never actually watched it.
Good. It's just okay. All right, I have nothing else on Frostpunk. Do you guys have anything on Frostpunk?
Nope, you basically hit the nail.
All right, up next, May 25th, we fast forward a month for Detroit Become Human. I believe this was a PS4 exclusive at the time. These are the very human robot. This is the way I understand it. I've never played this game, but this is Blade Runner from the people who did the story games like Heavy Rain and Until Dawn or something like that.
Yep.
This looks like a very Jennifer Lawrence robot. The teeth, uncanny valley, video game teeth just weird me out.
Yeah, but you once again you nail into the coffin with this one. It's Blade Runner. but with a story.
They want to be human. And I think the story, if I'm remembering correctly from the coverage I saw on it, it's a metaphor for race relations. I mean, it's also set in Detroit, so read into that what you will. There's decision making, kind of like Heavy Rain, a lot of button prompts. Let's fast forward through this menu. This guy playing this game is staring at this robot too much. Oh my god! What have we clicked
That
into?
escalated quickly.
What has happened? Oh no! Josh, this better not end the way I think. Oh,
I don't know how it. I mean, I know how it ends. I just don't know how this video ends.
Oh no! Oh no!
So for context, everyone, it's the hostage situation.
There's a dead body in the pool. Is it human?
Have you never played this before, Nick?
No.
Oh God. Well,
that guy's got a dot on his temple, so I think he's a robot.
Oh,
is he gonna say? Oh God! Oh God! You can cut this tension with a knife. He sacrifices himself. Oh my God! No, he's gonna have to break his fall with that other guy. This isn't the end of the game, is it, Josh?
No, this is like the very beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, this is literally like the first. Like this is where like the I guess the tutorial.
Mission successful.
Why is that not a meme? I love that.
Yeah.
This part we just clicked onto might have just convinced me to maybe look into Detroit Become Human. Wow.
I don't know what happens to your main character here after.
Shut up, Josh. You made the sale. You made the sale. Shut up. That was really cool. I don't know.
Nick, this is probably the most underwhelming thing though. You're gonna be like, I'm gonna play it. Then you're playing and be like, fuck, that was disappointing.
I've been disappointed. I've played games like this before. I've played a little bit of Indigo Prophecy. I played Heavy Rain. I know disappointment.
Okay, so you know what you're getting into.
Yeah. I loved Heavy Rain though. I know it's a game that's memed to death, but Heavy Rain and these types of games, you usually have a lot of fun. I realize I say that having just said there was a moment when that man was falling off the roof and his mission was successful. We should turn it into a meme.
So I looked it up. There's actually GIFs of that moment. I'm gonna start using that.
That's a good one. I want to play the game so I get the context of it and I can use that meme whenever I want. Anything else on Detroit Become Human before this game does another thing that blows my mind and convinces me to play it?
There's a couple, at least one, if not two other characters you can play as, and they're all intertwined in some sense, like they always do. That's it.
Same old from those devs. Oh, what happened what happened there? Hold on. There we go. All right, moving on. Well, what do we got here? Last game, re-release, June 29th, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. This was the re-release from Activision of the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games. Okay, I want to know what
definitely was not a re-release. It was definitely
remake.
HD remake.
Sorry. Let me. I'm sorry about that, guys. What is your favorite Crash Bandicoot?
3.
I'd say between 2 and 3, but I think 3 more just because I remember playing the shit out of that game.
It was the abilities that I liked.
See, I like the boss fights of 3 the best. Boss fights were amazing, especially like the ship fights, the last 2 boss fights. I like the world in 2 better though. The round room you were in, all the secrets in it.
Throwing your thumb up, you'll go up the elevator. Throw your thumb down, you'll go down the elevator. Yes. So
I really enjoyed those. I hate 1. I'm not a big fan of 1. I think 1's cool. 1's a cool proof of concept. The series doesn't start till 2. You know what? Honestly, my favorite Crash Bandicoot, Crash Team Racing,
which they also remade.
Yeah, that was recent, right? That was like in the last year or
couple years at least.
Man, now this makes me want to play Crash Bandicoot. The one thing I do hate about this series, so for those who don't know, this is a 3D platformer. This was the counterpart to Spyro. You are a bandicoot. His name is Crash. He has a tiki companion. You're smashing crates. This guy missed 10 on this level, so he did not get an extra award. The jumping was always weird in this series, though.
Yeah.
Very.
I think it got better. I think it got better as they went on, but the first one here was awful. Second one was a little better because they did like the crouch super jump. And then I think with 3 it got even more better because you could do the slide crouch super jump.
I didn't like the level. So we're watching a level right now where you're running towards the camera, and usually that means you're getting chased by a boulder or you're getting chased by a polar bear. I was never a fan
actually
of
liked
those.
it.
They were cool.
I loved it.
They were cool at first, but like after the first one, I'm just like, okay, I get it. I don't need to keep doing this. They were better than any level that had water in it, though, because Crash cannot swim, and I hate platformers where water is instant death.
Yeah.
Man, this looks really good. And they ended up doing a fourth game after this.
Which I think did just as good. I've never played it though.
Isn't it called Crash 4? It's About Time.
It's about time, yeah.
And there's a time travel mechanic or something like that.
And then right after this, it was so good they ended up coming back and doing Spyro.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that Activision has both Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. So Crash Bandicoot is Naughty Dog. Uncharted and The Last of Us is Naughty Dog. And Spyro was the Insomniac guys. Yeah, see, there's that jumping we were talking about. Good old Crash Bandicoot, the face of PlayStation.
But what about Jack and Daxter?
Jack and Baxter.
They'll get their time at some point.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. They kind of went. They're not really around anymore.
And they were there to help for the PS2 era.
I feel like Ratchet and Clank took the.
Well, Ratchet and Clank for sure
there.
was the flagship. But well, it's the same thing if you look at like Nintendo with Metroid. Like you have a solid like set of games, and they're just kind of like, eh. Well, we've got our Mario, we've got our Ratchet and Clank. Fuck everybody else.
Nintendo don't fuck with Metroid because it doesn't sell well. It doesn't sell well compared to the Marios and the Zeldas.
Well, no, across the world, like in Japan, it probably is a huge seller. But then you bring it to like Europe. Well, here it was. Yeah, the
Metroid.
I thought the first two was the big sales were in Japan. I don't think it became like really popular outside of it until like the GameCube era, and I think it was Europe and the US that it sold the most in.
Oh, I'm talking Dread though. Dread.
Dread was Europe, wasn't it?
If you look at the numbers, Dread. What do you mean? Like where it was most popular?
Well, whoever sold the most copies. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Europe.
No, Dread just in general. If you look at the numbers of like the most popular, best sold Switch games, Dread is nowhere near the top.
Well, no. I know that much. I'm saying in general though, I think it sold the most in like Europe.
I couldn't tell you. I don't have those numbers.
I'd have to look it again. I'm pretty sure we talked about it before and I looked it up.
All right. Hey, we made it through the second half of 2018. I mean, we made it through the second quarter of 2018. Man, hey, it's 12:30 in the morning. Josh, what do you say we do some news?
Yeah, let's do it.
Read all about it. Latest football scores. Morning paper. Morning Star. Paper, mister?
It's time for old news.
April 5th through the 8th, we have PAX East was held in Boston, Massachusetts.
We just had PAX East too. We
Yeah.
talked about it a little bit. I wouldn't mind going to a PAX. I feel like I would be annoyed with everybody there though.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure it's just a bunch of like people like riding their high horses going.
I'd want to meet indie devs though. I think that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Rub elbows with them.
The most notable thing with this one is they introduced Xbox's not new and improved Game Pass, but like this was like an introduction to their Game Pass.
Oh,
Yeah. I figured Nick would like that, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep that one in there. Yeah. Moving on. April 21st, Valve acquired developer Campo Santo.
What do they make?
So they're the guys who made Firewatch.
Okay, and they haven't done anything since, right?
They've been in process of their next game in the Valley of Gods.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
Beyond that, they did like a little bit of work for like Half-Life Alyx, Dota Underlords, and just some general Steam stuff.
I feel like if I was going to get acquired by anybody, I think Valve would be a good spot. The Microsofts and the EAs of the world have proven that when they buy people, they tend to either not work out or, hey, we're shutting you down. You got to go. Goodbye.
Sure. Moving on. May 15th, 2K Games developer Hangar 13 opened a fourth game development studio in Brighton, England. For those who don't know, Hangar 13 are the guys who did the Mafia 3 and the Mafia Remastered. Both really didn't do as well.
Dude,
And I think they actually... Oh, go ahead.
Mafia 3 is so underrated.
Well, yeah, no, I agree, but you know all the bugs that came with the Mafia Remastered stuff.
Yeah.
I think because of that fourth studio that got opened was shut down.
Mafia 3 was, a buggy mess at release, too.
Yeah. Lots of issues there. There's that. June 10th, Microsoft announced its acquisition of Undead Labs, Playground Games, Compulsion Games, and Ninja Theory, and the formation of a new studio named The Initiative in Santa Monica.
Speaking of being acquired,
yes, this was Microsoft's time to be power hungry and start devouring the crowd. And I think that's actually the same time Sony started to get involved. And they were just like, no, why? No, don't go out buying all these other companies. No.
So it says June 10th here, but I feel like they announced a lot of these at E3, like, hey, we bought this, and this.
So, okay, so the official acquisitions happened June 10th. They announced it on June 12th at E3. Yeah.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, Microsoft didn't really have shit to show at this E3.
No, this is a quiet year for them.
But this is the one where they came out and said, "Hey, guys, like this was basically like when you come back from the winter holiday off and see what everyone else has bought, or they tell you what they've bought." This was Microsoft coming out and saying, "Hey, we bought Undead, we bought Playground, Undead Labs." I forget who they're the Undead Labs is the State of Decay team, right?
Yes.
Playground Games they were doing their Forza Horizon games.
Mm-hmm.
Compulsion, I forget who is Compulsion Games.
So they were We Happy Few.
And have they done anything since?
No.
I've had a feeling. And then Ninja Theory, they're the Hellblade team, but they did something. What else did they do? They're not the Ninja Gaiden. They're not Ninja Gaiden, right?
Yeah, no. I think they are.
For some reason, I thought those were two separate teams.
No, I'm getting mixed up. They're the Devil May Cry, the not remaster, but like the weird DMC one. Yeah, they did that.
It's pretty solid. It's a solid pull. If this was Genshin Impact, that was a 5-star pulls all around, except for maybe Compulsion.
Get out of here.
Yeah, we're gonna move on that one. June 12th to the 14th, E3 2018 held at the Los Angeles Convention Center. All right, so quick rundown of everything. EA, they introduced Battlefield 5, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Unravel 2, Sea of Solitude, and then Anthem.
It was you had me at first with like the first few, and then womp womp. It just kept whomping.
Microsoft, they introduced Halo Infinite, Ori and the Will of the Wisp.
Was that the bad showing with like the meme?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Fallout 76, Crackdown 3, Metro Exodus, Kingdom Hearts 3, Sea of Thieves, We Happy Few, Cuphead.
Besides Cuphead, this ain't it, man.
No, it's Gears Tactics and Gears 5.
Okay, all right, bringing me back.
Phil Spencer did affirm the acquisitions, of course.
Phil Spencer he pulled his pants down with all the developer logos tattooed on his ass and said, "This is what we bought."
Oh, I totally forgot. This is when they're still, I don't know if they still do it now even, but they were doing the Major Nelson's podcast stuff.
I forgot.
Remember that guy?
Major Nelson. I think he's still around. I don't think they do his stuff as much though.
No, I don't think so. But I just remember him being a big deal at like the early Xbox.
Oh, I used to follow him and enter all his contests he did on Twitter because they would give away game codes every Friday or Thursday or something like that.
Bethesda, we had Rage 2, Elder Scrolls Legends, Elder Scrolls Online, Doom Eternal, Wolfenstein 2, Wolfenstein Youngblood, Fallout 76, Fallout Shelter. They introduced like the quick trailer for Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, the follow-up Skyrim. Oh, yeah, and here we are 5 years later.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to scroll down to the bottom where it just gives us the list just because I want to, go out through the more bigger games maybe. Control.
Okay.
Call of Duty Black Ops 4 if you're interested. Yeah. Spyro Reignited Trilogy.
Okay.
Generation Zero.
Is that the mech game?
That's robots take over the island and you basically fight them.
I think somebody bought
It's kind of like
game.
Left 4. I'm pretty sure I did buy that game.
It's somewhere.
Code Vein. Soul Calibur 6. I figured Nick wouldn't care, but Jake probably was like, oh, okay. Mega Man 11.
Yep.
Resident Evil 2.
Oh, the remake?
The remake. Yeah. That was fucking awesome.
I don't know, man. I don't think because we've only got one more year of E3 for the show. 2019.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's topping 2015.
Well, no, they had 2022.
Mm-mm.
I thought they did.
No.
Nope.
Shit, that's depressing.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem 3. Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. Yeah, from there it's kind of shit.
Sorry,
Yeah.
E3. E3 is just a rotting corpse at this point. Ever since 2015.
Every conceivable pop culture reference of a dead corpse in the middle of a desert with a crow picking at it, that's E3.
What's the meme of the guy with the stick poking something like, "Hey, do something," and it's just sitting there? That E3 since 2015. Oh, Josh, thanks for the news. Thanks for disappointing us with E3, but E3 does it on its own. Jake, you got some memes for us?
Me.
Time.
Yeah, we got some God of War memes.
Yeah, buddy. All right, here we go.
All right, we got a meme. You got your typical Drake meme. The, oh, I don't want this. Yeah, I want this. I don't want to butcher the name.
Atreus.
Atreus. Sorry, I haven't played the game, but it's just Kratos going like this. No, I don't want Atreus. I want boy.
I was worried you weren't gonna know how to pronounce that bottom word, but you did it. You got it.
Well, I mean that's in my name. I know that.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Is that a reference?
And then right next to that one, it's Hank Hill as Kratos and Bobby Hill as Atreus.
Bobby is boy.
Boy.
All right, second meme, Jake.
Second meme with another God of War meme. We got a picture of a puzzle. You got Atreus asking his dad, "Can you be a better dad now?" And Kratos trying to solve the puzzle said, "Quiet, boy. I'm doing something."
Puzzles.
Who
knew?
Daddy issues.
I think when we all look back at this and Ragnarok that came out this past year, I think people are gonna sour. I think people are gonna sour on Ragnarok. I don't think they're gonna look back as people look back at 2018 now and look at it fondly. I don't think they're gonna look back at at Ragnarok fondly.
I feel like it's just not as hyped. I feel like it's going to be the same thing with Tears of the Kingdom as well. Like, people hyped over Breath of the Wild. Like, still to this day, put videos out there. But I think once Tears of the Kingdom come out, it'll go really silent for both.
Well, the thing about, like, God of War is what keeps it alive is the mods. Like for example, there's a mod right now of The Last of Us.
For the PC version of 2018.
Yeah.
I
For Ragnarok, I'm not sure which one. It might be Ragnarok. I'm not sure
Ragnarok's
which
only
one
on
it was.
PS5. Yeah, I don't think there's
Yeah,
a
so it'd
modding
be
community.
2018 then.
Is that
Okay.
right?
Well,
think
there
it's what-
probably is, but that's probably frowned upon. You don't want to get caught doing that shit.
Don't want to catch. Don't want Sony to catch you. They might. They might
But
do
yeah,
something bad.
With a lot of these games that are just story mode based, a lot of it is saved by mods.
I just think with the God of War games, these last two God of War games, people, especially with Sony in general, are like over the sad dad games. Between that, The Last of Us, Uncharted, you can kind of consider Uncharted a sad dad game, right?
No.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could, but I would still put The Last of Us and God of War as like up there. Where Uncharted's kind of like you had some dad issues, but you had a cool uncle.
Ghost of Tsushima, sad dad game. Pretty sure in Spider-Man 2018 he didn't have a dad. That's pretty sad.
I mean, in Spider-Man in general, he doesn't have parents, so
It's fucked up. You think that Spider would show up and pay child support, but no. All right, I digress. It's getting late. Josh, you got quizzes for me and Jake?
yep, I got quizzes for both of you.
All right, give us the deets, sir.
All right, so this is how it's going to go. You both got 5 questions. Whoever answers the most correctly wins. Loser has to play Metal Gear Survive live with me.
Son of a bitch.
You better have good internet, piece of shit.
I'm the one who has fiber with, my 500 up and down, so nothing to worry about here.
Stop
Weak.
going up and down on your fiber. Ooh.
I have a weird feeling Nick's going to enjoy Metal Gear Survive.
Fuck off. Start the
I don't
quiz.
think his PC can handle it.
All right, so I'm going to do one at a time for both of you. Jake, this is your question. You're going to start. What is the name? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to include this to everyone else who isn't aware. These are questions from the games of last week's episodes of 2018 Q1. So, Jake, question number 1. What is the name of the ship the player was on before it crashed onto the planet in Subnautica? Yeah, and this is multiple choice one, so before you freak out.
Oh my god, the gap between the question and the multiple choice. Holy shit.
Highlander, Aurora, Behemoth, or Argosy?
Argosy.
That's incorrect. It is the Aurora.
Dumbass.
You didn't know that either, bitch.
Nick, I'm glad you talked. Question number 1 for you. What is the name of the planet in Subnautica? Is it 4546b, Terra-352, Kahara, or Degassi?
It's not called Subnautica.
That'd be called Earth.
Go ahead and give me the second one that you said.
The Terra-352?
Yep.
That is incorrect.
Fuck
it is
you.
4546b.
What a dumb name for a fucking dumb planet.
Nick, Nick, question number 2. What is the name of the personification of Madeline's anxiety and depression? Is it Sadolin, Badolin, Mad-Dullin, or Bradolin?
It's Sadolin.
Oh, it's actually Badolin.
Oh, fuck off.
Jake,
I feel like if we both get 0, we both have to play this dumb
No.
game.
no, because
Tiebreaker.
Jake, I probably should have had you go first, but who is the protagonist of Celeste? Or Shiro, Theo, Madeline, or Granny?
Madeline.
This is
That is
fucking,
correct.
this fucking bullshit.
Jake, in Dragon Ball Fighter Z,
Hey,
name-
before you make sure it's a question where it wouldn't help Nick out.
No, you
Oh,
fucking
this
read that
is
question.
definitely a question that won't help him
Read that question
because
right
this is
fucking
not
now.
multiple choice. This is actually easier. Name 5 characters that were DLC for Dragon Ball Fighters.
Fuck. Kid Goku. Android 18. No, it's Android 17. Cooler. Broly. Gogeta.
That is correct.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you got them all right. Yeah. Nick, same question, but name 5 characters that are not DLC, so base characters.
That's stupid.
Cell,
You piece of shit.
Boo, Frieza, Krillin. Go on.
Tell me you're struggling.
That is correct. So
piece
it's
of shit.
2-1.
Why you give Nick the handicap?
Because you got the handicap prior to that.
Still anyone's ball game.
All right, Nick. Question number 4. How many colossi are there in Shadow of the Colossus?
Fuck.
12, 15, 18, or 16?
16.
That is correct. Jake, who agrees to give Mono her soul back if Wander completes the ritual? Is it Emon, Dormin, Argo, or Sorles?
Dorman.
That is incorrect.
You know the answer? You don't have an answer key?
I don't have it marked for some reason. Hold on. Hey, you know what? Know what?
I'm not going to edit this out so you look foolish.
That's fine.
No.
That's
Let him
totally
look
fine.
foolish. Let him look foolish. Let him know.
I don't know if you guys
it-
know this, but the edits, I've been editing the edits out.
Jake got it right. That is correct.
What was that, 3-2
That's 3-2. Jake, last question
for the win?
for now. Where in the main timeline does Metal Gear Survive take place? Middle of 5? End of 5? After Ground Zero or before Ground Zero?
After Ground Zero.
That is correct.
Fuck you, Nick. Enjoy.
Give me my question
Survive.
anyway. Give me my
Nick.
question anyway.
Who was the protagonist of Metal Gear Survive? Virgil, Good Luck, Captain, or Dan?
I feel like it's Virgil.
That's incorrect. It's actually Captain.
Enjoy that game, Nick. You piece of shit.
Yeah, so Jake, congratulations. You don't have to play Metal Gear Survive with me.
How much was it? How much is it?
I'm pretty sure I can get it for like $5.
Hey, free game.
I mean,
Silver,
are the servers still up for it?
Yeah.
silver lining. Josh, thank you for those awful questions.
You're welcome.
The deck was stacked against me.
479. 479.
God damn it. So hey, yeah, look out for me and Josh apparently playing Metal Gear Survive sometime soon. We'll post that. We'll post up on social media when we plan on doing that. Hey Josh, we still got to play Blanc.
Yeah, I know we do.
Everyone, that is our show. Thank you for hanging out and doing 2018 Q2 with us. You can find me on Twitter at @Kaufman. I'm not very active on there right now, but go check over there anyway. You can also find me on Twitch and YouTube at NickFatKnight. Josh, where can the people find you?
Find me anywhere at I'm Josh Sang.
And Jake, where can the people find you?
You can't find them everywhere, guys. Don't listen to them. You can find me at Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch.
I feel
Yeah,
like Jake
Jake
just
Boy
got
Kaufman.
-2 points. I think I'm going to make him play Metal Gear Survive with me.
Make him do it. As
No.
always, we are a Trident Network podcast. Go check out our siblings. Find us wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Google, Spotify, anywhere. Go rate and review us. Give us nice words. Give us 5 stars. And as always, thank you to Alex Marvin Clark for our intro and outro song, Hunt Him Down. We have a link to his SoundCloud in the show notes. Go check his awesome stuff out. Alex is an awesome dude. Guys, this has been Smashing Game Time. We hope you all had a smashing great time. We will see each and every one of you next time.